quickly skim through over the slides since I've already gotten such a nice introduction. So I did score 99% last time. I've been actively involved in sports since the last 4 years, and I got the opportunity to represent our Chandigarh state team in the 36th national game organized in Gandhinagar. I love debating and have gone to various national level competitions. I enjoyed playing Canada and I have performed at many prestigious stages as well. I am a research study that got published in an international journal, and I have another article that has been published with the Science. So as you already said, I was the topper of the archery gap method. It was a 3-level competition whose last stage was held at the Endeavour. It was a 2-day national level camp. And last year, I broke the 4x4 female national. So a little bit about myself and my background with solid waste management. So I've been involved with solid waste management since the last 4 years. I used to organize many field visits with my sister. I witnessed waste segregation at the source. I tried to encourage people to segregate their waste at their source. I organized many meetings with waste collectors, waste generators, trying to listen to their problems and trying to come up with solutions. We worked in a ward in Mohali. We had about 2,000 households under our control, and we were able to reduce the waste going to the landfills from 5 truckloads to a single truck.
Yes.
So, can anyone tell me what sustainability is? Can anyone tell me? Anyone? What sustainability is? हमने geography में पढ़ा है with the same curriculum. No. So sustainability is basically meeting our present needs without compromising the needs of the future generation. Right? It's a simple definition. It just means that we need to respect the needs of the future generation. We need to be sensitive to their needs, and we need to think about the future. So that's what it talks about, sustainability. What is sustainable waste management? It means following the 5 R's. Can anyone tell me the 5 R's? Now this is something you should know. 5 R's.
Reducing, reusing, recycling, recovering,
Very good. Thank you so much. So as he said, it means reducing, reusing, recycling, recovering, and repairing. So in our Sustainability Leaders Program, this is a structured internship program designed for the students in classes 8 to 12. So through this program, we not only learn about solid waste management and sustainable waste management practices through live webinars, and we enhance our experiences through field visits, but you'll also gain skills like problem solving, research, critical thinking, public speaking, and analysis. So this program is divided into 2 phases. So the first phase is the beginners program. It's for about 4 weeks. So the first week we'll organize live webinars. We've already started this program and we've gotten 1,000 students registered from all over Mohali. So we've already conducted the webinars in the first week. And in the second week, we've already started some of the field visits to our material recovery facilities, gaushalas, to observe the construction and demolition waste, and to observe waste segregation at their households. So we'll be doing all of that in week 2, if any of you registered as well. Then in week 3, we'll be giving mission-based challenges to the students in which they give the answers in the form of poems, stories, posters, speeches. And then in week 4, we're encouraging the students to share any of their key learnings, especially any personal growth. So currently we've decided that from the top 1,000 students, we'll select the top 100 students to go to the advanced program. This will again be a 4-week program. And we've got mentors with us who are college-going students or recent graduates. So I conducted a few sessions with students from Punjab University as well. And we have got about 50 mentors who have registered. So they will 100 students will go on to the advanced phase. So in the advanced phase, we'll have more advanced missions and exercises. Like we'll have more thing of stakeholders. Does anyone know what stakeholders are? So in any important activity, the key participants, the key people who take place in it, they're called the stakeholders. So we'll discuss everything about it. We'll talk about stakeholders, we'll even talk about revenue and marketing streams, and then everyone will share their presentations on the resources, concerns, and solutions of the stakeholders, and everyone will research on mission-based challenges and create a website as well. So I was able to launch this program in Mohali with the help of the Deputy Commissioner, the Municipal Corporation, and the Department of Education. So hopefully by the end of this program, everyone will develop a deep sense of connection with solid waste management and will be able to sustain the practice of waste segregation at the source, and everyone will become a powerful advocate for sustainability. So these are examples of other missions that we are going to have in different phases of this program. So we'll be telling stories, we'll be brainstorming innovative solutions, we'll be doing cost-benefit analysis, we'll create websites, deliver presentations, and give speeches and pitch our proposals. I hope that all sounds exciting to everyone. So this is an example of a business model canvas that I made. So what a business model canvas is, that it looks at the different activities. So in my case, it was solid waste management. So I looked at the different activities in solid waste management from a business perspective. So this is just an example of something that we can do. Now this is a fun little activity that I did. So we all know who Elon Musk is, right? Yeah, we all know. So in this, I wrote a funding proposal to him, and in that I asked him for sponsorship to design e-cards, compartmentalized e-cards for our waste collectors. So we'll also be doing fun stuff like that. This is an example of an ecosystem map. So in an ecosystem map, we have different activities listed down, and the different stakeholders are involved with it. So now everyone who didn't know what a stakeholder is will be able to learn through this program. So a unique feature about sustainability leaders program is that we have our own website. So over there, we'll be showcasing the work of the best students, and we also have mentorship support, as I mentioned earlier. So we'll be getting guidance all through the program. So any doubt you have, any query you have, you can always approach the mentors. And we also have something known as the sustainability leaders tool there. So depending on the points that the students gain, the best school will be awarded this title of the sustainability leaders. Now this is the student registration page. This is also on my website. So through this you can register yourself, and I hope you do. We've currently got 1,015 students registered from all over Mohali. We've already conducted live webinars and field visits. So can anyone tell me what solid waste is or where it's generated? What is solid waste? Anyone? There's no wrong answers. I would like that I would do all of it. Yes.
Solid waste are the waste like cardboard, cans, and all we have in our houses, and we throw them.
As she said, solid waste is the cardboard, cans, and everything else that we throw. That is a good definition, but the exact definition is anything that we do not use anymore, or anything that we discarded, like as you said, cardboards and cans. That's what's defined as solid waste. So solid waste is generated from everywhere, from our schools, from our hospitals, from our industries, and all the institutions. Does our school have 3 different dustbins? Does DPS Mohali? Yes. So do you all practice waste segregation? Do you think before throwing your waste? Some of you do. I can see some people are nodding their head. So that's what we all have to do. We have to think about the environment. We have to think about the consequences of our actions, right? A simple thing is putting your garbage in the right bin can help so much. I think we've all done this now. You probably have 3 dustbins. So what are these 3 dustbins for?
So mostly there are 5 types of very solid waste, particularly biodegradable, non-biodegradable, sanitary, and e-waste, and the last one like plastic.
Thank you. Anyone else? Last one? She said कि biodegradable होता है, so that's the wet waste, हमारा kitchen waste. It decomposes naturally over time. Then we have the non-biodegradable or dry waste, as she said. Now this is हमारे plastic की bottles, plastic के wrappers, chips के packets, and then we have our sanitary waste, which is sanitary napkins or used diapers. And the one that she missed was the domestic hazardous waste. This includes any of the hazardous waste that our households generate. And then we have the e-waste, or electrical waste, like broken tube broken computers. Now let's talk about poor waste management. I think we see them all around us, right? It can cause air, water, soil pollution. It can contaminate our groundwater. Once the solid waste mixes with the groundwater, it can contaminate it. It can choke the streams of water, right? And I think we've all heard about this, that so many turtles who died in the oceans, once they cut them open, tons of kgs of waste was found in their bodies, right? So that's what happens when we don't properly dispose of our waste. It can choke water bodies and kill aquatic life and stray animals. So the wet waste composes about 50 to 60% of the total waste, and it can be divided into kitchen waste and horticulture waste. Can anyone tell me how wet waste is processed? Do you know what happens to wet waste? No? How?
It's composted.
So it's composted and made into manure, which is then circulated with the farmers and agriculturalists. So our dry waste is composed of recyclables, non-recyclables, and inerts. So you can see the non-recyclables, they still make a major portion of the total waste, and this is basically our single-use plastic. So we must aim at reducing the usage of single-use plastics because they are worse for an environment. So what do you think your duties are as a waste segregator? एक तो यही हो गया कि we need to segregate our waste. और कुछ any common example, anything would work. Exactly. Throwing waste in dustbin, and also 3 different dustbins, right? Dry waste के लिए different dustbin, wet waste के लिए different, domestic hazardous and e-waste के लिए different. And we must aim at minimizing the amount of waste that we generate at the household level. And then there's some basic things that we all know, that we must not litter, we must not burn our waste, because when we burn our waste, we're producing carcinogenic gases and greenhouse gas emissions. And then we must not dump our waste in different water bodies, right? So again, talking about the 5 R's. So refuse means to refuse the usage of any plastic bags or any other single-use plastics from shopkeepers and vendors. Again, reduce is reducing the usage of waste and reducing the amount of waste that we generate. Reuse is one of my favorite things because I think we can all do it. So reusing is basically using the stuff that we discarded earlier for other purposes. And I think that's where our creativity really works, right? So that's when you can think, oh wait, the cardboard box, I don't need it anymore, and I use it for something else. So that's what reusing is about. Then repair, refurbish, remodel, renovate. So this is very successful. So as the name suggests, it means repair or recycle products wherever possible. And then finally, recycle. This is one of the most important. So this means that you segregate your waste and give the segregated dry waste to the waste collectors so they can further give it out for recycling. So steps of waste management. Does anyone know the steps? Now this is a bit more technical, but if anyone does? No? Alright. So first step is basically segregation of the waste at the household level into wet, dry, sanitary, and domestic hazardous, right? Then we have our door-to-door capture, collection, and transportation of waste. And the waste is transported in a segregated manner to the waste processing facilities. So over there, the waste is processed as wet and dry waste. And then finally, the hazardous waste, like our injections, medicines, or anything like that, it's safely disposed of. Okay, so this is an example of our community motivators who are going door to door explaining what waste segregation is. Because sadly, even now, a lot of people don't know what dry, what wet, what hazardous waste is. So it's extremely important to put awareness to spread. Now this is an example of well-segregated waste. So as you can see over here, we have a plastic bags, and then over here we have a wet waste. So this is an example of how your waste should look like, how it should be distributed in 2 different dustbins, or 3 if you can do that. That would be the best. Now I think we must have seen these compartmentalized carts. So the waste collectors come to everyone's houses, right, to collect their waste. Yes, I can see a few bags that are not too long. So over here, the waste collector has different compartments in their car for different types of waste, like dry, wet, and sanitary waste. And see, I have a question. Would any one of you like to put your hands in someone else's waste? Would you like to put your hands? No, right? I can, yeah. So that's the same way that waste collectors are. They wouldn't want to put their hands into your waste. So if we just give them segregated waste, they wouldn't need to do that. So if you segregate your waste, you're solving almost one of the biggest problems in the world, solid waste management, and making everyone's life easier and simpler. So as you said, wet waste is processed by composting, and this composting happens in material recovery facilities, but you can also follow home composting, right? So does anyone do home composting right now? Okay, I can see a few hands. Good job. Yes, excellent. So we must practice home composting, and you can do that in your backyard pits. But if you don't have a backyard, you can always do it in buckets. Like when I was going on field visits, I saw that the people who were motivated, the people who were determined, they were still practicing home composting, just in buckets, right? So as you can see over here, the wet waste got converted into the manure just in the bucket. So if you want to do it, you can do it. Now we also have community composting kits where you can send your wet waste if you don't have the facilities at your house. Okay, has anyone seen composting kits in the parks? Right? We've seen composting kits in the parks, and it's really essential to have them because there's so much wet waste that's generated in parks itself, like in the form of fruits, in the form of leaves, in the form of bark of trees, right? So all of that can be put in the on-site composting kits in our parks. So you get a good amount of manure from over there as well. So the drying waste, it's managed in the material recovery facilities. So over there we have the tertiary segregation of waste that's also happening. So they segregate the dry waste even further to get the maximum utilization of waste. Does anyone know what this is called? Has anyone seen this? Okay. So basically, when the plastic waste comes to the material recovery facilities, they have a machine that makes these plastic waste. And this is what's called a refuse derived fuel. So this is sent over to different industries to be used as a fuel. But see, the way it's used as a fuel is that it's burned. And that's not really nice either. So we must try and minimize our production of plastics like this, right? Even at a household level, as I mentioned earlier, we must practice reducing, diffusing, and reusing. So as I was talking about earlier, the tertiary level of segregation also happens at the material recovery facility. So we have our different types of waste segregated at different aspects. Can anyone tell me what the advantages of solid waste management are? What do you think would be happening if we had efficient solid waste management? You'd see cleaner surroundings for sure.
The environment, the air pollution will be minimized.
classroom will be the leaders.
Exactly. So both of them had direct points. First, you said that air, water, soil pollution would reduce. We'll see greener surroundings, we'll see cleaner surroundings. And then, as he said, since our plastic will be going through water bodies or being littered around, our animals won't get choked, our animals won't die because of this, right? So, and I also wanted to add that we'll also reduce the exploitation faced by sanitary workers because by giving them segregated waste, we are treating them with respect. We're showing them that yes, I respect you, I respect your work. And that is so important because every human deserves to be treated with respect and equity, right? And then we also have employment and income generations because depending on the amount of segregated waste that they bring, they get money, right? So we'll get more employment and income generation. We'll also be conserving our resources. We'll be promoting the conversion of waste to wealth. So this is an example of the way people have decorated their households and their gardens with used material. I think we also have tons of competitions in our school as well, the converting waste to wealth. Right? I did them when I was younger. So that's some fun things that we do at your house as well, not just in our schools and competitions. But you just decorate your houses, you can always do that. So what are our responsibilities as a sustainable leader? So we must develop an understanding for the importance of waste management and source segregation. We must start segregating at our houses. We must adopt a system of 3 different dustbins. How many of you have 3 different dustbins in your houses? Yeah, raise your hand. I can see a few hands go up, but I would soon like to see all of your hands being raised. Alright? So once you go home now, you need to tell your parents about this and tell them what 3 different dustbins can do. Alright? Yeah. Alright. So we must start waste segregation at our houses. We must refuse to carry plastic bags. Everywhere we go, I think this is very basic. We've been hearing about this since our childhood, but are we actually following this? Are we actually taking 2 bags out for shopping? Are we actually using steel bottles instead of plastic bottles? That's what we need to think about. We must start home composting. We must stop littering here and there. We must stop dumping our waste in water bodies. Again, it's the basic, simple things that are being repeated, but these are extremely important. So at the school level, like how I'm having discussions with you, we must be creating awareness everywhere we go. We must talk about this problem so that we engage other people as well. We inform other people as well. So just imagine, would you have 10 different plastic bags for 10 different vegetables or 1 cloth bag for 10 different vegetables? Exactly, 1 cloth bag. So I know this line is a bit cliche, but it's so true. The choice is yours. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Can everyone be the change over here? Yeah? Okay, I'm so proud of everyone. So this is a website that I made. Okay, I think I have to connect it to the internet. But this is basically a website that I made for a program, Sustainability Leaders Program. And that's where you can register yourselves as well. I'll be sharing the link with the teachers. But till then, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them on the program or like solid waste management as a whole.
My question is that although at our house level we segregate our waste to wet and dry waste, I don't have the third dustbin and do that sides. The people who come to collect the waste, they still have only 1 bag with them. Although we give them 2 different bags, we see that they just dump all of that in 1 single cart. So, like, do they go where they process the waste? Is it segregated there? Like, doesn't that basically just, the whole point is, because it's mixed once again. So, at that level, is there like something we can do to tell them that, so I just had that question. What do you do when that happens?
Okay, that is a very good thing that you observed. So basically, what we try to do is we try to either compartmentalize cards, but a lot of people, as you said, they don't follow that. So you can try and make them more aware about it, right? You can tell them why it's necessary to do that. But otherwise, right now I'm coming out with another proposal for the government. So in that, I'll be giving incentives to the people who get this raise. Because a lot of times people don't have the right incentives to segregate their race. Or even the base collectors, they don't have the, as you said, they don't have the right incentives to take the segregated waste to the different facilities. So we give them incentives, like if we pay them money for the amount and purity of segregated waste, they'll be more incentivized, and like Kashi said, they'll be more incentivized to carry the compartmentalized cards and make sure that the waste is not mixed. Because she was right, if we mix the waste, then what's the point of segregating the waste? And as at our level, we must try and educate those people as well. We must try and tell them, please keep it in different. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Any question on the program? Any question at all about how it works, or any question on solid waste management? Okay, till then, I'll just show you my website that I created. So this is the website. I'll be sharing the links to the teachers as well. Oh, that's not one of the links. So this is the website that I've created for the Sustainability Leaders Program. So when you go to the home page, it will tell you a bit about the program and what we stand for. Over here, we have the student registration form, and I hope everyone registers over here so that everyone learns more about solid waste and gains hands-on experience. Then I have a few blogs that I've written that will hopefully help you when it comes to the mission-based challenges and to developing a deeper interest in solid waste. So it talks about the different hierarchies of the activities in solid waste. It talks about the background of solid waste management. So it has a lot of details over there as well. Then it has the stuff that I was talking about right now. The different phases, the beginner's program and the advanced program. Then we have some other resources. This is an article that my sister published when I was, I think, in 7th grade. So I don't know if you can see this, but that is me. I think I was in 7th grade at that time, accompanying my sister in her Spanish Olympics. So this is another article that one professor wrote based on my sister's article. This is an example of the business model mechanics that I was showing in the presentation. With that ecosystem map with the different stakeholders. It's an example of a flowchart or a poster that you can make for solid waste management. And this is the example of Project Really that I was talking about giving incentives to the people, right? So you can always go through this. So we're still trying to make this into a policy, but it's still ongoing. But it would be really nice if we start getting out incentives for everyone, not just the waste collectors, but also the waste generators. So I don't know how many of you know this or heard about this, but I was talking to my mom once and she that in exchange of old clothes, she would get new cooking utensils. Like people would come, yes. So people would come to their houses and give them new cooking utensils instead of used clothes. Right? So that's something that we could do with waste segregation. So that, like, for example, if a household gives away segregated wet waste, they could get compost bags or plants in exchange. Or if they give away segregated e-waste, they could get fresh batteries instead. Right? So this would also be a good incentive for the waste segregation. But this is still ongoing. This is not built yet put into place. Hopefully it does go soon. So you can read more about it over here, like incentives for waste collectors. We'll also have a app for waste collectors in which they could monitor which houses are not being segregated waste and put them into the reported households. These are some sample exercises for the program. You can always refer to them as well. So this is the definition for sustainability. Many of you forgot what it was. So I hope you remember it now. This is also in your geography exam. So the 10th graders, please pay attention to this. This will come in your boards exam. So please do. And then these are some examples of the solutions that I came up with. You can always refer to this as well. And these are video resources. So we had this is one of the online live webinar that I do with students. So you can look at this as well if you want to go through it again. This is Project 3D, so talks about it in a bit before. This is an example of something that I did a few years back. Then this page is about the mentors. So as I was talking about earlier, they will be helping you throughout the program. We have about 50 mentors who have registered already. So hopefully that will help everyone as well. But that's about it. And I really hope everyone registers themselves for the program and gives your name to the class teachers, because this program will really benefit you all and will help make the world a better place. So I would like to ask again, any questions about the program? Anything at all? Thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed and learned more about solid waste management. And I really hope